The truth is that I like easy. Not because I'm lazy, but because there's so many other things to do. And this recipe, steak cooked in wine, is very easy. Time consuming, mind you, very easy. First of all, this steak has been sitting there for a while, and I just thought, you know what, it's about time that I use this steak. So, first things first. Salt and pepper on one side, and once I had the salt and pepper down, and I used a lot of pepper, as you can tell, in some hot coconut oil it went. The point was not to cook it in coconut oil, but to brown it in coconut oil. And once it was browned on one side, then all I had to do was to flip it over and to brown it on the other side. Now, I have told you before that I like cooking in coconut oil. That's my favorite oil. My second favorite oil is peanut oil. And one of the reasons why I personally like peanut oil is because peanut oil you can cook at extremely high temperature. And some food items must be cooked at extremely high temperature. Well, let's put it this way. High temperature anyway. So, once the steak was brown, really that was the hard part. It was almost done. In aluminum foil it went, both of these steak on a bed of onions. Now, I like onions. There is no doubt about that. I like onions. Once it was on the aluminum foil with a bed of onions, of course, I poured the Merlot wine all over it. I was pretty generous with the wine. And then, once again, I added even more onions. Because, why? That's right. I like onions. And on top of the onions, I sprinkled some thyme. I like thyme. You know, if you get thyme in a bunch and put them in the freezer rather, then when you need it, you just rub it between your hand and there it goes. So, once that's done, all I have to do is wrap it. I didn't do a very good job, did I? But I wrapped it in aluminum foil, like that. And I noticed that it didn't have enough liquid, so I added even more liquid to it. You know what? In the oven it went, 400 degrees for 1 hour, and I had this for dinner with some brown rice. It was delicious. By the way, I added my special rum sauce. By the way, when I'm not making cooking videos, I'm shooting still photographs. Did you know that I do have still photographs? All you have to do is to Google Microdac photographs. But now, I want to discuss something with you that I read somewhere that was very disturbing. I read somewhere that some grocery stores will mix old eggs with new eggs. In other words, they'll mix the eggs that are not so fresh with eggs that are very fresh. And of course, how is a consumer to tell? A consumer simply cannot tell the difference. If you read the label, you can tell that egg is a wonderful source of protein. High in cholesterol, mind you, but an excellent source of protein. So, how is a consumer to tell if an egg is fresh or not fresh? Well, there is a way, and I'm going to share that method with you right now. This is how you can tell. Get a glass jar or perhaps a mixing cup. I'm using a mixing cup here. And all you have to do is fill it with water. Now, if the egg is fresh, it'll lay on its side, just like this. That's a fresh egg. If it is not fresh, then it will not lay on its side. Now, this is another egg right here. I notice that it, too, is laying on its side. But then I did get another one, and here, see, it is not really laying on its side, is it? It's trying its best to go tip up to an end. It means this is not as fresh as the other one. So there you have it. If it's not fresh, if it's really bad, it'll be standing up in the water. There you have it. Another Microdac tip. Bon appetit. Write to me often and share your comments and your suggestions. Thank you very much.